go find him a flower. And he'll go, watch this, he'll drink. Everybody say he goes to drink. God, I'm going to shout yet. Anybody know the first miracle Jesus ever performed in the Bible? Yeah, he turned water into wine. Look at that. How many pots were there? 6 water pots, remember? 2, 3 firkins apiece. Jesus wanted everybody to know there's going to be enough joy in the Holy Ghost to go around the 6 days of man. God help me, Jesus. Because in the 7th day, we're given everything without limit. That's kingdom order. I'm not going to go there today either. But the first thing he'll do, he'll go to a flower, and he'll begin to drink the nectar from the flower. You know what he does? As he's there drinking, hello, as he's there drinking, he's getting something on his feet, something on himself. And all of a sudden, instead of being a taker, he becomes a giver. And he'll fly off to the next place. And as he flies, he takes pollen and he carries it from one location to another location to another location, and he brings life everywhere that he goes. Watch this. He's gone from a fuzzy worm state where it was all about him and all it was death and destruction, no good to anything, to now he's a giver. Everywhere he goes, he brings life. Everywhere he goes, he spreads something good. Everywhere he goes. I'm telling you, church, there's a process in our Christian walk, and most of us want to skip the process, and that's why we're in the condition that we're in today. Some of us, listen, some of us are back in our fuzzy worm state. Some of us, it's all been about me. Nobody knows. It's all been about me. Some of us are hearing a call. Something on the inside of us is prompting us to shut ourselves away with the Father. Close ourselves off. We don't see, we can't hear. It's called faith, church. Because we know there's something greater. And some of us have eaten our way out of the trap of death that we've lived in, that was a castle of chains for our development. And now here we stand, here we are, and instead of being a taker, now we've become a giver. Now we can give the goodness of God wherever we go. Now we can give the presence of God no matter where we're at or what state's going. Now, no matter where we go, instead of being all about us, now it's all about Him. Are you listening, church? And I want to ask you something today. I want you to be honest today. If you honestly, truthfully studied your stage of life right now, where would you be? Are you in the egg stage? Everywhere you go, everything you do, you mean well, but you just lay an egg. See, I'm going to help you with something, church. God don't approve the egg stage. Now, it's part of your development, but you're looking for His full approval in an egg stage. It don't happen there. I got news for you. It don't happen in the fuzzy worm stage either. When you're crawling around, it's all about you, and it ain't about anything going on in the body. God don't approve of that neither. Are you listening, church? I'm going to tell you this. Even when you climb in your castle of chains and shut yourself off for a transitional working in your life, it's still not good enough for God because you're still developing. Now, that doesn't mean God doesn't love you in all them stages. But see, you're looking for approval in all those stages. It's not time yet. But watch this. Once you eat your way out, turn to your neighbor and say, I got to eat my way out. And once you go through the process, say, I got to go through the process, then God will let you take flight. And then everything, see, God's already given you all the provision you need. Then everywhere you go, you become a giver. You're giving the goodness of God. You're giving the fullness of God. You're giving everything that God has. And everywhere you go and everything that you're doing. Then, it's in that stage God says, this is my Son, in whom I am well pleased. So what I want you to do is stand to your feet. Told you it wouldn't take me long. You know, blessed are the brief. People come back there and preach again. I want you to listen. I want you to listen this morning. And I want you to be honest. Where am I at? What stage am I in? Am I in the egg stage of life? Where am I at? What stage am I in? Am I a caterpillar? Is it all about me? Is it all about my fuzzy issues? Is it all about what I've got to have, what belongs to me? Am I in my castle of chains? Have I truly? See, you can't close yourself off. Once that caterpillar climbs into that chrysalis and he becomes the change, the metamorphosis begins to take place, he can't decide to go back and do what he wants to in the fuzzy worm stage. He has to wait till the transition is finished. Are you in that stage? Don't quit. Don't give up. Don't try to hurry the process. There'll be something on the inside of you that'll, and when it does, that's the time you start eating your way out. Or am I in the butterfly stage? I'm going to say this. In life, you're probably going to go through this process again and again and again and again and again. Now, the butterfly can't do that because it's a butterfly. It only lives a few days and it's dead. But as born-again believers, we're going to find areas in our life, hello, church, where we're going to have egg on our face again. And we're going to find areas in our life where we find ourselves with it only being about me. Bless God, that little hussy says something to me again. I'm going to jack her jaws. It's going to be about me. And we're going to find ourselves cut off. We can't see. We can't hear. Nothing's going on, and we wonder why. Because you're in a transitional stage, church. But if you'll continue the process, the time will come that God